Is this your table? Who's running this table? Is your table? Can I just collect one of everything? Or just not one of everything. I won't take a sign. I'm just gonna take.
Do you know anybody like middle school through college student age that you think would be interested in bringing the pro-life message to their campuses?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I'm an abolitionist.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't.
We were here yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the reason I preface that is I don't want to be rude and be like, well, no, I don't really want anyone joining the pro-life movement and catch you off guard. How did the lobbying go yesterday?
I had the unfortunate talk with my stepdad the other night where,
things we were going around. Well, we had 3. I can actually show you.
Yeah.
And we talked with, I don't know if you know Dusty Devers, you probably do. We talked to him for about 30 minutes. This was their main stuff. So one about child tax credits and paid family leave, and then one about not adding abortion exceptions, so no like rape, incest exceptions being added. And then support the Clean Water for All Life Act. Basically, that's about holding manufacturers of the chemical abortion pill accountable if the chemicals are found in our water.
Yeah.
And we're really just trying to find ways to put a stop to the chemical abortion issue.
What do you think about criminalizing the act of abortion?
Yeah, and that's something that we were talking about for a long time yesterday because I think we do disagree on that. So.
Well, no, I mean just so if you want to stop the abortion pill, so the main way that babies are murdered in Oklahoma is the abortion pill. And I've ordered abortion pills.
Yeah, I've gone through
multiple
the whole
times.
process up to the paying part.
Yeah. I got
we've gotten them sent to you.
We've paid for them just to see how long it takes and where they come from, and we've actually done it to where you just say I want them, and we get them sent.
Yeah.
And they came in a little package from Texas. So it's like a pro-life state sending abortion pills to a pro-life state, and then I walk around with them in my pocket. And, I don't know how you would ever stop that. But the real scary thing is that someone could actually take them. They could come stand in front of the Attorney General's office or the governor's office and on live television pop an abortion pill. And so that act, and they could say, I am pro-choice. I am choosing to do this. I chose to order it. I chose to take it. I am doing this because I'm choosing to terminate my pregnancy with the child. So how does the pro-life movement want to stop that? What's the?
This is one of the things I was saying yesterday. Is I really hope you know that I hear you because I'm not over here every woman's a victim. But I do believe that our strategies are different. So
they are.
I'll fully.
And that's okay. And it's good that you're willing to talk about it.
Yeah. I just there's a couple things. One is that my first priority, I want to go after the industry that is providing them and profiting. And I am fully aware that the chemical abortion complicates that.
Well, why do you think there is an industry?
Well, because there are people using it, wanting it.
Yeah, it's if you say you were to shut down some part of the abortion industry, and then the people were still we're allowed to do this, we want this, there's no punishment. You don't think someone else seeing that cash opportunity is going to swoop in and do it?
Well, I think there's an importance in being strategic, and that's one thing that I like.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, strategy.
Yeah, because I feel I don't we're on campus all the time. I don't think that, and also I'm from Missouri, so there's abolitionist bills that come up and they never pass, and
yeah, well, they don't pass because an abolition bill could pass here.
You think it could?
If there were no pro-lifers.
Well, if you're rooting on the pro-abortion people to vote on it, they're not going to vote on it.
No, they don't need to.
And pro-lifers aren't going to vote on it because they don't agree on the strategy.
No, they don't need to. See, the pro-lifers, if the pro-lifers thought that abortion was murder and were treated as murder, you could 100% pass approve and enforce total abolition in Oklahoma by the end of the week. We have a majority in the House, majority in the Senate, the governor, they're all pro-life. So the reason when you say, well, I'm in Missouri where abolition bills fail, the only thing that keeps a bill of abolition from failing is the pro-life movement, which is why
disagree with the strategy. And
well, then what's your, if you disagree with abolishing abortion?
I don't disagree with abolishing abortion, but I do disagree with starting with going after the mothers.
Well, don't go after the mother. That's like
a woman who chooses.
Well, don't go after the woman. Don't go after any particular person. Go after the act of abortion. Because like if you criminalize the act of abortion in the event that a man like forces a woman to get an abortion, the man is the one performing the act of an abortion because he's the principal agent. And so in that way, the only way you can even hold him responsible is if the act is criminalized. So like you would criminalize abortion for men who force women to get abortion. Say like the man chose to order a pill, chose to, slip it in her drink, and then the baby died, and then she said, I had a miscarriage, but then she found the wrapper for the abortion pill or something.
Which has happened.
Right.
Scenarios happen, yeah.
So how come he can be punished?
I think
I mean, I agree he should be punished,
yeah, no,
but like he's just literally 100% doing exactly what the 3,000 other people that are not men do every day.
yeah. No, I do hear you. It's not something that I think I'm not standing here like I have it all figured out. Like I really do have a very open mind. That's why I wanted to talk to like a lot.
Yeah.
We talked to a lot of people yesterday. I talked to Dustin Evers for a long time. Like I have a lot of abolitionist friends in Missouri, so it's not something that like I have not considered. Like it's something that for probably 3 years I've been talking to people and thinking about. I feel like
it's been difficult. I mean, because I've been doing this for a while, and it has been really difficult trying to get like SFLA, because Students for Life of America is like showing like it's really good. Like this is really good. Like National Right to Life is clearly trying to bring the abortion clinics back into business in Oklahoma so that people can have rape exception abortions. So Julie Daniels' bill, So it's like awesome that you guys are, no, don't do that. Like it's probably before your time, but 10, 15 years ago, wouldn't have. Like, it was kind of like, don't get into a tizzy about the rape exception. So I do see that there's been advances. And so I don't like look at SFLA and be like, they're not worth talking about.
and I don't feel like you're not worth talking to either.
Yeah.
Like, I always want to talk.
Yeah, I think it may have been Missouri. No, I talked to the Students for Life group at a college.
Mizzou?
I think it was
There
Mizzou.
was a group at Mizzou who talked to us
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, that was me. I talked to them.
Okay, yeah.
And they were the same. I feel like the lower groups of younger people will actually, they're kind of like,
Have a conversation.
yeah, like I'm willing to see if that makes sense.
So I'm close with the 3 students. I know that they were uncomfortable, but they said they didn't know they were being recorded.
Yeah.
So I will say that they felt like what they walked away with was feeling like, oh, I went in to have like what I felt like was a good faith conversation, and it felt like it was. But
Well,
then
it was.
I watched the video, and
It was
you
still.
did say like you weren't.
It was
weren't
still
saying,
good.
Like, here's these idiot students. Like I watched the video.
Yeah.
Like
It was still good faith, even though they were being recorded. I don't know why they didn't think they were being recorded. We had like triangulated cameras all over the place. But like so our channel's Abolitionist Rising.
Right. And
Which,
and I've watched
yeah.
quite a bit
Yeah.
of videos. Yeah.
So I'm usually not in a suit. I'm usually in a hoodie.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that was cool. They may not like, but they did good because prior to like recently, it's been sort of like, you abolitionists are just mean and call people murderers, and I don't need to talk to you.
I was proud
You
of
know?
them for having open conversations.
Yeah.
I've always tell them like that's what we're about. We want to be able to talk to people. We want to hear them out. It's like I don't I don't like the going around and saying, oh, we don't talk to these people, we do talk to these people are crazy, these people are good. Like,
Yeah.
Yesterday somebody said, oh, are you willing to talk to one of us crazy abolitionists? I was like, I don't think you're crazy. Like, I don't want you to think I think that.
Well, the reason is because there's just like this long history, and I don't want to sound like arrogant for abolitionism, because that's how we come across, right? Like, we come across as like, oh, we know everything, y'all don't. But there has been this sense where when you really do the arguments, like one side is saying abortion is murder and should be treated like murder, and the other side is saying abortion is killing and should be treated like health care. But they don't like saying that. So they want to say abortion is killing, should be banned or ended or whatever. But if you get into a conversation with an abolitionist, all of a sudden you're going to realize you're treating it like health care. Like, because health care you'd regulate. Like, no, you did it today. Like,
I don't know that I would say I treat abortion like health care.
You want to
regulate? I don't believe that it's health care.
So what do you want to do with the industry?
I want to end the industry. I want to abolish the industry.
Well, like, so this is like, so Clean Water for All Life Act, ensuring water quality, holding chemical abortion drug. This is treating abortion. This isn't going after abortion. This is going after abortion's effect on the environment.
Which is a strategy that might actually pass and might actually make a difference. Because I
Well,
feel like
you think this, well, aside from whether it passes and it is a difference, I think it can pass because I don't think it will stop abortion. That's what, so like passing stuff that doesn't stop abortion.
I guess I just fundamentally agree, because I think that any steps we can take towards a day where there is no longer abortion, I think it's important to be strategic. I think it's important to...
What if one of those steps is criminalizing abortion? Would you, if it came down, like, so like say you passed everything,
Yeah.
like we've done in Oklahoma.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked with like post-abortive support healing ministries? 'Cause
Worked
that's
with them?
Yes, or like with the women in those ministries.
I know lots of post-abortive women who are very active in the
Okay.
battle,
Okay.
but
Because I think that's really a big...
I've cleaned
thing for me,
toilets
is,
for a
like,
CPC.
My one thing that has been a long-standing thing for me is the conversations that I have often with women who had an abortion, have gone through realizing
Right.
what they did, have gone through the counseling and the healing to find the grace of God and redemption and,
Yeah.
and restoration. And I have these conversations, and I'm not speaking for every woman, and I'm not saying every woman.
I hear you. I won't straw man you.
No,
I won't straw man you.
but I have talked to many women that I believe genuinely have said, I grew up, my mom, my aunt, we all had abortions. It was legal. I've been told.
It was legal. I've been told.
In the state where it was. Like if it
Yeah.
was in, at the time, Missouri's.
100%. 100% with you.
And then it's like, I grew up in a culture where I didn't know it was a baby. Like, I believed it was just to cool the cells. Like, there were these fundamental beliefs. She didn't go in with this, like the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't go in with this, it's a baby and I want to kill it.
Right. So let's say they are the majority. Like I say, like that could be the majority, right? Just for the sake of argument. How do you think for those young ladies we would have helped them if, say, from the governor to the legislators to the sheriffs to the police to the pastors to everyone in their culture, from the law down, said abortion is murder because it's terminating a preborn human being created in the image of God. The state has a desire to protect all people equally from murder. We're going to say that, and that's the law, and it isn't legal, and it isn't just a clump of cells. It is a human being. And because it's a human being, that's why it's a law and it's murder. Say that was what was established. All of those women that you talk to in post-abortive care, when they came to you, they wouldn't be saying, I didn't know it wasn't a human. They'd be like, well, you know, I was young, but I knew it was a human because, I mean, it was murder. And they wouldn't be saying, well, it was legal, because it would not be illegal. So, like, they thought precisely that abortion was thinkable because the culture they lived in was anti-abolition. Because if you go and if you take, say for the rest of your days talking to post-abortive women, say, would you have done it? When they're like, I so regret my abortion. Say, would you have done it if you would be facing murder charges? And see how many of them say, no, I wouldn't have.
I'll start asking.
And
like
yeah,
because like I will have those conversations.
Yeah, because I mean, you can either do it or you can kind of thought experiment it. Like everything they told you, I did this because it was legal. I did this because I didn't know it was murder. I did this because I didn't know it was a pump of cells. Yeah. So, but do consider that, because basically everything you said would make it to where, like, all those conversations, if someone says, I regret having this abortion, I didn't know, all we're saying is, like, let's tell them in the best way possible with the law as the tutor. So anyway, I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. But, thanks, man. Oh, I thought you were waiting to talk to her. Oh, okay.
Just your recorder real quick, so I make sure it's on hold.